Can you believe this? At 84 and 88 years old, these two men are still on the job, and they don't get paid. I met them at the USS Hornet, two volunteers in their 80s. Rich Kiefer, 84, served as a fighter pilot during the Vietnam War era, flying the F-8 Crusader, the very type of plane you see here. His name is painted on the fuselage. He pointed to the badge stitched on his jacket, 1,000 miles per hour, and laughed. I actually hit 1,200 miles per hour, he told me. But the Navy never made a 1,200 patch. It jumps from 1,000 straight to 2,000, so I had to settle for this one. Then there's 88-year-old Steve Lavelle, a retired United Airlines captain with more than 21,000 flight hours, who flew aircraft such as Boeing 727, 747, 757, and 767. Today, he stood next to a fighter plane, personally showed us how to step on the seat and climb into the cockpit. He explained how the plane's dashboard differs from a car's and why those three rear-view mirrors matter so much. Never let an enemy plane tail you, he said. The bullets always come from behind. After a mini tutorial, he gave me a prize, a USS Hornet flight wing badge. The USS Hornet Museum, docked at Pier 3 in Alameda, is not just a museum ship. It feels like an entire chapter of U.S. Navy history still floating on the water. You walk across the flight deck, through the hangar, the bridge, the command center, and the engine rooms. Every corridor, every hatch, still looks the way it once did. What stayed with me most was the sailors' quarters. Low ceilings, narrow, metal, three-tier bunk beds. No windows, no natural light. It's hard to imagine thousands of young sailors sleeping here, packed into tight spaces, never knowing when the next alarm would sound. Even the name Hornet carries deep history. As far back as the American Revolutionary War, a U.S. naval ship was named Hornet. In fact, two of the earliest American naval vessels were called Hornet and Wasp. This USS Hornet stood on the front lines of the Pacific during World War II. Later, when Apollo 11 returns from the moon, it was this very ship that recovered the astronauts from the Pacific Ocean, bringing humans home after the first moon landing in history. History hasn't disappeared. It's just breathing differently here. When you see those two men in their 80s offering their memories to strangers, you start to understand what true honor is. I'm Coco Tan. If you ever come to Silicon Valley, make time to visit the USS Hornet. And if you can, talk to those two gentlemen while they're still here. Listen to stories that didn't come from textbooks, but from lives actually lived.